introduce themselves. So I'm going to have you go first.
My name is Lucy Peer. I'm co-chair for the Holiday Opener Parade and Festivities.
And I'm Wendy Marie Kirkla, and I am the chair of the Menominee Downtown Holiday Opener and Festivities.
Wonderful. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, come on. There's exciting things happening, like the Menominee Downtown Holiday Opener and Festivities. That's coming up fast.
It is. It's, when you just end one and you roll into another, it's almost like you never stop. But
Right,
yes,
right.
It is coming quick, and for the most part, our planning has gone pretty well. We kind of divide and conquer what needs to be done, and we each have our list, and we tackle them and get them in order, and so it's going well.
Good.
We don't have a ton of things to really work out. It's just some minor details at this point. So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So how many, how many people are you looking for the parade? Do you have people signed up already?
Yeah, typically we run about 20 to 30 vendors in the parade.
Okay.
So that's, we've got some coming back from last year. Lucy's going to work with some of the ones from 2023 and prior and see if they'd like to return back into it. So maybe some of the other rescue squads and some of the other things that we haven't had in the last few years, we're going to try to look at bringing back. Yeah, and so we are very excited for all of that. And
Definitely.
then leading up to the parade is a bunch of festivities, and then following the parade, we also have some additional festivities.
Well, are you going to tell us what they
will.
are?
I sure will.
You can tease us a little bit.
Well, maybe I'll tease you. I'm coming back for it.
Yes,
Maybe I'll
you
tell
are.
No, I'm
Just
kidding.
give us a little tease.
So we're going to start with a free movie at the Mariner, and we're going to do a food drive, can drive like we have in the past.
Yeah.
This year, that food drive or can drive is going to go back to the St. Vincent de Paul pantries, and I'm going to split them between both Marinette and Menominee side of the bridge.
Wonderful.
After our holiday, the parade or the free movie, then we're going to come back into Menominee, and we're going to actually light our tree and do some of that stuff before the parade this year. Reason being is, one, we're hoping to get the people into the downtown ahead of the parade and kind of keep the festivities flowing more so there's not a gap in between the movie and the actual parade.
Right.
So we're going to fill that with our tree opening or tree lighting, our first gift giving that we do.
Right.
We will find our parade marshal for next year during that time, and then from there we're going to go get ready for the parade. We will do the parade. After the parade, we will have pictures at State Farm again with Santa and Mrs. Claus. And again, those pictures are free, so it is a great opportunity to have your kids' pictures or your own pictures taken with Santa.
Yeah.
I had my own by myself last year, so there's nothing wrong with that either.
I have done that too.
Yeah, so
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Right.
I encourage, also makes great Christmas cards because we are doing it more than a month before. So if you have your picture taken with Santa, you can make those into Christmas holiday cards for your family and friends. So that's a great option. From on the outside of State Farm, we're going to have some food trucks across the way at Swings and Things Park. So there will be some food, dinner, dessert, those types of things. And then we're going to have s'mores over an open fire like we have the years prior. We've got a wonderful volunteer, Sarah, that helps us with that. And then the Legion always very graciously offers out hot chocolate for the event. So there will be hot chocolate available from the Legion, and hopefully I'm going to work with some businesses. I know last year we were able to get some businesses, run a few deals, stay open a little later. So I'm going to make my rounds into some of those businesses again and see if that's something they're interested in doing, so I can promote them prior to and let people know what kind of sales and deals that we're going to be looking at. Am I missing any?
You've got everything pretty well covered.
Wow.
I mean, you got the s'mores going. We got the hot chocolate. We got the food trucks. We got the
You're just
businesses.
missing some carolers.
Well,
Hey, are you offering?
I don't sing.
Oh, well.
I mean, I do, but
well, you could do the,
I,
play it in your pocket.
I
and
sing
walk
like
around.
Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn.
Hey,
Okay, that's okay.
you sing Christmas too.
I don't know.
So yes, ultimately, again, just like any other event, we have a group of volunteers, and it's a pretty solid group of me, Lucy, and Katie. But then we also do get some additional help during the Pumpkin Fest. We had some volunteers. We have some, again, for the holiday opener.
Right.
Cassie Emmers has always been really good about participating and giving us a hand, so I do want to make sure we shout out those people. The Legion, again, that is something that they're doing on their own to be part of our event, so I appreciate that added feature that they give us. Everyone's been great to work with. Lance at the Mariners always great to work with.
What is the movie?
We're working on those details.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just spoke with Lance again last night, and so I will update everybody on where we're kind of standing
Okay.
with that.
And do we have a theme this year?
It's
Yeah.
been the Winter Wonderland,
That's
remember?
it. That's
Yeah.
right.
Winter
So our
Wonderland.
theme is Winter Wonderland. So for those, and I have been telling the people that I know are participating in the parade, if they wanted to start getting the theme ready, that is what the theme is.
Okay.
So that, in my opinion, can go multiple directions. That, to me, screams blue, snowy, silvery, penguins, polar bears, but that doesn't scream Winter Wonderland to everyone. So get creative. If you are joining us, please. I'm excited. We're going to have a voter again this year voting the best float, so there will be that involved again. And
What do they win for voting? Like, if they win first place, is there a traveling trophy?
there
or-
isn't at this point, but that might be something that we can incorporate because
Yeah.
we are doing something like that differently, maybe with the Pumpkin Festival next year.
Yeah.
There was some talk about making a traveling scarecrow trophy for
Oh.
the scarecrows downtown.
yeah.
Right now we have a giant pumpkin traveling trophy
Right.
that goes around to the winner. And Lucy actually had suggested at our recap meeting for the giant pumpkin to do a traveling scarecrow one.
Yeah, that would be
And
nice.
I am not against a traveling float one.
Yeah.
So that might be something I can make my husband put together
Yeah.
in between now and then. So that is a good idea. Right now, it's kind of been bragging rights,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's where it's been. So that is, but that doesn't mean that's where it's going to be.
Right.
It just means that's where it's been. I also want to thank Forever Toys while I'm thinking about it. They are always very graciously willing to donate the first gift that we give away during our Christmas tree lighting, and Lucy's already worked with them this year. They're on board. They're going to help, so I want to make sure we acknowledge that. Typically, we have some movie sponsors. I haven't worked all those details out, but of course, anyone who's willing to sponsor the movie, you can certainly reach out to me. Otherwise, I might be reaching out to you, especially if you sponsored last year. So there is that option out there still available.
If anybody wanted to be a sponsor, they could, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And if they wanted to sponsor, let's say, a treat or a toy or, something like that, or they just said, here's $500, do whatever for the kids.
I mean, yes, that would help with some of the, obviously, the movie expenses, and, we've got the s'mores expenses.
Right.
And so there are expenses involved. And
Okay.
right now, those expenses typically fall on us a lot of times.
Right.
And we make it work one way or another. Usually it's I'm donating, Lucy's donating, Katie's donating.
Yeah.
So, all the years prior, and this year is already done, so I can't say. I mean, obviously, monetary would be appreciated, but the s'mores stuff has already been bought for this year by Katie. She's been really good about sponsoring all the s'mores stuff before, but it does always fall on her. So if somebody else was willing to do it, absolutely, we'd
Right,
be open
donate.
to accepting that. And then, of course, like I said, the movies, and then little things after that. That a traveling trophy, those types of things we could incorporate
Right.
if we had more, or if we've got a crafter out there that is like, hey, I've got a great idea for a traveling trophy, contact me, Lucy or Katie. We'll happily work out those details, so I'll throw that out there.
Right.
But no, realistically, this one isn't as big as the Pumpkin Fest. That's where we take a lot of donations
Right.
in. We do take donations in for this, but not quite as many.
Right.
But Yeah, I mean, if somebody wanted to put together a table with cookies and cupcakes and have them set up while they're waiting for their pictures with
Oh,
Santa,
yeah.
or when they get done with their pictures with
Yeah.
Santa, obviously we would take that openly as well. We
Definitely.
definitely have table space. We could make that happen as well if somebody was interested.
That would be
in
nice.
something like that.
Yeah, that
For
would
sure.
be very cool.
Other than that, one of the feedbacks that we got from last year was that with the s'more station, it'd be nice to have a hand washing station.
Oh, yeah.
So that is all taken care of. So if any of that concern was out there for any parents watching, please know that that's been addressed, and we do have that in order for this year. It only made perfect sense. It was just something we had never done, so we didn't think about it. But definitely something we will continue to use moving forward. And so our tree lighting would be approximately 2 o'clock is what we're looking at
okay.
for that. And then our 3 p.m. setup for the parade and 4 p.m. start time for the parade.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
So there's those time frames out there. Movie start time is going to depend a lot on the movie that's chosen.
Okay.
So, but it'll be probably around 11 o'clock. But depends again on which movie we choose.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that stands out here real quick that I wanted to talk about, and I kind of lost it, so I apologize for that. It'll come to me.
Well, I'll
again.
quickly say that
Yeah.
we will be doing commentary.
As always, we greatly appreciate that too. So Lucy, I know last year got up and did the interview.
Yep,
beforehand,
we'll be
and
doing
if
that
Lucy
again.
Would like to do that? She's more than welcome. To
Yes.
do that.
Do that.
Yep.
That way I can deal with the other stuff like we did last year.
Yep.
So,
Yep. So
send
we'll.
Lucy up to meet you for that.
Wonderful.
Give you your lineup and all that. So
Yeah.
you'll have that available.
That'll be great. We'll start interviews at 3 o'clock,
Sounds good.
and we'll be streaming that live on Classic Hits.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Actually, now that I think about it, if I remember correctly, we did a shout out for, I believe it was Kane
Yes.
that did sponsor you guys
Yes.
last year. So,
Yeah.
of course, if there's anybody willing to do that,
Yeah.
I am absolutely willing to work with that. So if that's something that you work out on your own, Melissa, or if it's something that someone in the audience sees that wants to step up, please get a hold of us and we'll work those details out as well.
Definitely.
It was a lot of fun.
It was.
It was.
always is.
It's always a good time.
And honestly, I've done the planning now for this is my second year? Yeah, second year planning.
Yeah.
Third year participating, and the weather, I mean, it was a little
The
colder
weather's
last
always
year.
nice.
It was a little colder last year,
little
but
colder
it's
now,
still
yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was running around without a coat on all night.
I know,
so
it was
until
really
dark,
nice.
I had long sleeves on, but I was still running around without a coat on.
Yeah.
So, it is kind of a fun way to kind of get a kickoff start to the
It
holiday.
is. Menominees is the kickoff to.
The rest of the season.
Yeah, it starts the season,
Yeah.
and then you have Marinette
Yeah.
a few weeks later where
Absolutely.
it's like, okay,
Yep.
here it is.
And unfortunately, I didn't make it to Marinette's parade last year, but I heard they did amazing.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well. So,
yeah.
We have a great group of businesses on both sides of the bridge that really, really know how to participate.
Oh, yeah.
And make events for our community happen.
Oh,
So
definitely.
without the businesses and the participation, whether it's the Pumpkin Festival or the Holiday Opener or Marinette's events, if it wasn't for the businesses and their help and their sponsorship and their participation, none of this would ever happen because the three of us could plan all kinds of things. But if nobody helped us, we wouldn't
Right.
get very far.
Yeah.
So, that is always and will always be the core to us being able to hold these events.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, ladies, lots and lots of planning happening.
Always. Speaking of lots of planning, we do have our planning meetings still happening for the holiday opener. So our very next one is on October 16th, which is a Thursday, and that is at noon, and it's at Katie LeMay's office, and we will be meeting weekly thereafter leading up to the event.
All right.
And they will be posted on Facebook for future events.
And anybody can go to those?
Absolutely. If
Anybody.
you want to get involved,
Oh,
please show
nice.
up and get involved. Find out details. Listen to what we got going on. Make suggestions. We're willing to hear it all.
Where's Katie's office?
909 First Street. Menominee.
909
Yeah.
First Street.
State Farm across the wall windows. You can't
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
And everybody else, y'all have a great day.